Hey everybody, Fishman here. Welcome to another video. A very long overdue video, but things have been very busy, and one of the reasons for that busyness is one of my aquariums is coming up to a milestone, and that is it is going to be 25 years old soon. And well, when tanks get that old, that's not so much a problem when you're dealing with tanks that are 30 gallons, 40 gallons, but this thing is, well, 10 feet long. A little bit more actually, and well, it contains 4,000 pounds of water. So there's no real benchmarks for this, but it is getting old, and it is in a commercial building. I was talking to the owners and let them know that there's no such thing as a certainty of how long it's going to last. And I was, we went over, we hemmed and hawed on this for a while. I mean, you got a couple options: tear it all down, turn it into a terrarium. But the thing we decided to go with was we're going to just lower the water level. When you get from 3 feet down to about 2 feet, the pressure changes drastically. And because it was designed to hold 4,000 pounds of water, well, when you drop that by a third, it will greatly increase the longevity of the tank. And that's what we're going to do. Unfortunately, doing that means all the holes that are drilled in the tank, and of course the holes are drilled into tempered glass, so you can't alter them, they won't work anymore. So I need to build new filtration systems. So I decided to go with above tank trickle filters, and that's one of the ones that I'm building here right now. And one's going to fit at one end, and I'm going to make another and fit it at the other end, and it's going to then get a surround, which is going to cover the top third of the tank. And well, what I plan on doing is doing a bit of a video series on this, because it is an awful lot of work. It's pretty much taking up all my weekends, because during the week, of course, I do a lot of maintenance on condos, and that's really ramped up during the summer because there's a lot of outdoor stuff to do as well around them. So yeah, I think for about a month and a half I was working 7 days a week, which is, it gets a little much from time to time, but at least this part is not, labor intensive. So yeah, I'm going to build these filters, and then what I'm going to do is, at this point, a lot of this has been done, but the progress here is obvious to drain the tank dry, clean everything up, remove all the rocks, check for any kind of possible, seam issues, and there weren't any, so that was fine. That was a good thing. I mean, like I said, this thing is really overbuilt. It's out of 3/4 inch tempered glass, and on top of that, all the seams are all encased in steel, and there's a silicone buffer between the steel and the glass, of course. So it is very, very sturdy. So what I did, drain it, clean it, and then of course all those fish have to go somewhere. So they're all here. They're in my 7-foot aquariums, which are a bit crowded for them. And I have a couple other tanks that I decided to, foster them out into. It won't be temporary, but they're going to stay there because you can't get them out of that. And before I get too far into this, the actual cutting of everything here is going to be on my other channel. I'm going to leave a link to it below. And one of the reasons I wanted to divide that up is because not everyone's interested in the mechanical aspects of cutting acrylic and everything. But this is one of the interesting things that happened. I set up stops on the saw, and even with the stop, when all the cuts being made at the same time, you saw that last piece. This is a bracket which is going to help stabilize the pipes that are going to come from the tank up through the filter. And it was couldn't fit it in. It should be a nice tight friction fit, but it needed to be adjusted. And like I said, all that sort of aspects of the build from that point of view will be on the other video, because otherwise this would go on forever. So anyway, back to what I was doing. Going to assemble this filter. Like I said, that's going to be the bracket, and all those pieces you see in the foreground are the trays for the trickle filter. I'm pretty sure most of you are familiar with how trickle filters work, and yeah, it's just a matter of getting the trays up off the bottom. You'll see the one that's in the middle of the shot right now Two of the sides are shorter. That's going to allow for water to flow underneath this and go down the hole. So as you can see in the filter in the background there, one of those holes is the input, and that will go up to that bracket you see on the left, and then it'll overflow through the one on the right. And yeah, that's it. That's how these work. I'm going to show you the assembly of it. I'm going to show you the aquarium, and as time goes forward, I'm going to show you the surrounds and everything else that's going to go on this. And yeah, it's going to get, well, it's going to be a beautiful tank. It's just going to be a little odd looking because there's going to be, well, the top foot of it is not going to have any water in it. You won't be able to see it. And I left this shot in too because, well, same reason as the last one. I had cut these, again, using the saw stop, and I had forgotten to shorten it by, well, 1/16 or 1/8 of an inch. And it is a little too tight. These trays need to come in and out. Admittedly, trays and trickle filters, especially the bottom one, could stay in there for years. There's literally no reason to take them out. The top one is the one that's going to get most of the use because that's where the fine filter floss is going to go, and the rest of it is going to stay there. I did once, 20 years or so ago, have to refit an entire trickle filter. That's because it was an African cichlid tank, and the media was in there so long that the fresh water had corroded all of the media. There was very little of it left. Well, it had been running a long time. That was the only time I had to take one of these apart. Otherwise, they stay together forever. I mean, if you want a low maintenance filter, trickle filters are it. I mean, all you have to do is pull out the top filter floss, rinse that, and stick it back together, and that's it. That's all you need to do for them ever, really. A couple of them I know, like the original one in this is 25 years old now. When I took it out of there because it's no longer going to be of any use, it did have a fair amount of mulm build up in the bottom. But that was because it was a much earlier design, and I had not compensated for how you can set those up so that you don't have to worry about mulm building up in the bottom of your filter. So there you go. This is the better way, by the way, to put these trays together, assembly lining it so that you don't end up with the methylene chloride, which they use as the adhesive, or weld I should say, dripping down and causing runs on the acrylic itself, because all it has to do is just touch it and it will disfigure it or discolor it. So this is the bottom one. Now that I've adjusted them for size, it's just going to slide in quite nicely, and like I said, it's not ever going to come out of there. Maybe in 10-15 years if their tank is still up and running, because like I said, it's already been 25 years there. I don't know how long the client is going to, stay in business. They're going to retire at some point. And, depending upon the new owners, who knows. So they're all fitting in here like this. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to show you just a couple of quick shots of the size of this aquarium, which is quite impressive. And then I'm going to show you them up and running. They are, this is, like I said, very straightforward design. I like it. I do like trickle filters, and I would run, I should say I have run my entire fish room off of them in the past, but air works as well too, so there you go. That's one done, and of course, as I mentioned earlier, you need two of these things, one for each end of the tank. It is overkill for filtration, but there does need to be a fair amount of actual circulation in the tank, and two pumps are going to do that. I might actually end up putting on a saltwater wave maker at some point too, just to give it a little extra current, because the fish that are going to go in here really do like the current. So here you go. This is the tank. It is, like I said, 10 feet long, 25 years old, and you can see the cross braces up top there, and in the far end you see the drop down. I mean, these things are going to have their tops not quite flush, but close to being flush with the top of the tank. There, you can see it there now. Still going to need a ladder to get up in here and fix this, adjust it. But yeah, there you go, filling her up. And I'm going to put all the media in there, do all the plumbing, And I'm going to show you a quick shot here. This is the first one running. The second one actually isn't running yet. I wanted to just... I build a lot of filters, but even though I build a lot of filters, I didn't want to set them up fully, both of them right away, because I may want to make some adjustments to this. So there you go. Up and running. Leave comments. Let me know if you're interested in this project, and there'll be future updates coming up. And thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next video, and bye for now.